Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is the 12th of August, 2022. My name is Christy. This is Mindrewire. And I want to thank you for being here. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel. If this helps you, it'll probably help somebody else. And please share these videos. Like, honestly, if they do help you, my guess is they probably will help somebody else. And I know sometimes it's hard to share this kind of information for fear of getting kicked off a platform, but that is the world we live in, so it's just the way it is. I wanted to tell you, and I'm going to drop the link below this video, where you can go find the video I originally watched, and then you can get information. I'll stick their website in there too, so you can find this. I'm not getting any kickbacks off this information, but it is so powerful I have to share it. With the video that I saw the other day was a young man and a lady with long blonde hair, a doctor. She has all kinds of background and degrees, and when you listen to the video, you'll hear all of that stuff. And what she did was she invented a machine that is akin to the idea of the Medbeds that we keep hearing are coming, but they're not here yet. So the thought was, since we don't have access to that, why not go, set in this technology and see what it does. And for those of you who know me even a little bit, I am a jump in head first kind of person, and I will dive in to pretty much anything and just see what happens. And I did with this. This was no different. 2 days after I received the video, I was looking up a center to go to, found out that there was one down in Salt Lake. There's also one in Utah and St. George. And so I went down to Salt Lake to check it out. And I was only in this technology for 2 hours. Let me back up for a second and tell you a little bit about what the technology is. It is a combination, and I'm probably not wording this very scientifically, so excuse me, but I am not a scientist. But my understanding is it's a combination of biophotons, scalar waves, scalar vortex, a collision of energy that interfaces with your working physical structure, which means your body, right? Plus sacred geometry, plus the golden meme kind of idea, right? There's all kinds of stuff to this. So you're basically getting bombarded by this frequency pattern or frequency patterns that are set up within the workings of this technology that this lady made. And so when you walk into a room, basically what you'll see is a bunch of what look like TV screens set up around the perimeter of the room, and you just sit in the middle and do nothing. Now, I've had experience locally going into this room. I've done it twice now. I've been invited to actually teach heart coherence in the room in the Salt Lake one. So on top of getting to sit in the energy of the room itself, I get the privilege of sharing heart coherent activity and helping people. We're going to do group sessions of heart coherence, and I'm in the process right now of setting that up down there, so that's forthcoming. But that's basically what you'll see is these TV screens. So the other one I've been in by proxy through somebody else having gone to it, so two totally different experiences. The one I went to, you can sit on the floor, you can walk around the room, you can stand up, you can come and go whenever you need to. It's not a big deal. Very open, very secure feeling, very wonderful and amazing feeling.
New text message from Orion Candles 3.
Excuse that little message. Very, very amazing, actually. And then the one that my friend went to in California, I spent 2 hours. I've done it twice now for 2 hours. The one my friend went to, she just dived in seriously face first and went for a 4-hour trip. She arrived a few minutes late and got scolded. She had brought her yoga mat and a bag full of things to do and was told she's not allowed to do anything. She just has to lay there and nap. for 8 hours during the day. To which I was just like, I can't even sit there. I mean, 2 hours is a stretch for me. So to do it for 8 hours would be like crazy. But she said she was able to put herself to sleep for basically 8 hours, and it was quite amazing. So, however the management handles their facility is one thing. The other thing is how you handle yourself while you're in there, which is super interesting. What we both noticed is that the energy will do its job either way, right? The energy is going to do its job. The power that made you is the power that heals you. And that's something that the young lady who made this machine says over and over in the video that you'll find in the link below. So what I've noticed, I've only done this for 4 hours total, 2 hours each time, is that my energy has radically shifted. I am much calmer on the inside. I have lost part of my feeling of what I call the undertow. So it's kind of that under feeling that you get from your past traumas and incidences. While I was in the sessions, I've had multiple experiences with my mom who was highly narcissistic, is what I have come to understand. And I want to say quite abusive. My brother's testimony to me about her is that she hated me our whole life. So it's been kind of clearing that up through her death that has gotten really interesting, because what I found out is she was stuck in trauma and issues beyond what anybody could ever understand. And I don't know, I keep sending her the energy while I'm sitting in this machine, hoping that it'll help clear her up too. So the other thing that I noticed since being in there is that my health issues are changing, although are not totally gone yet. But I highly suspect they will be soon. What this machine seems to do is reorganize your energy of your body. And people, even when I work with them in organizing the energy of their body, we can get the gut, the heart, and the head into the same energy, but people tend to think that that can't last. It will revert back to the way it was, and so it does. The power that made you, right, is a key here. If this energy that this lady created through technology is akin to the power that made you, it has to do its job. It has to go forth and do its job. It can't do anything else, right? The power that made you is the power that healed you. And I'm not talking about a quote-unquote God here. I am talking about literally the energy of creation. And however, the entity that used the power when they created us and other things was a very powerful understanding that that entity particularly had. But the energy itself is still the energy. And if you can harness that energy, right, it changes everything. So sitting in this technology, you become hyper aware of this energy. And not in the form of a God, not in the form of a personalized God, or any other sort of God for that matter. What it does do is it helps you release your own inner self. It helps you release your beingness, as Muji Baba would call it, your beingness, your inner self, your spirit. It helps you release all of this stuff, and it helps you to open up more to your higher self. And I don't even want to use those words, but I don't know how else to describe it. The feeling is unbelievable. And when you start becoming that which you actually are and not that which you think you are, everything starts to change, right? So the idea of moving out of your past just with a swipe of your hand, just by sitting there, and I move out of my past, right? I move out of my past. I'm pushing it away from me. I move out of the idea of my future, right? So I'm moving that away from me. And in the present moment, I just sit, but I don't participate. I don't participate. So by doing that, what I'm doing is engaging with the inner stillness that is me, that's inside of me, and allowing that to do its work. allowing that to be my function. The energy of this room is a level of that's unbelievable, that I don't know that I've ever been able to reach before through any meditation that I've ever done with anybody, including myself. Including myself. And I don't know, it's awesome. I don't have another word for it except it's awesome. So I want to encourage you to look at this website. You might say it's expensive, right? This kind of stuff is always expensive. It tends to be where you're at. Here in Utah, the center I go to down in Salt Lake is $50 an hour, which is super cheap for energy work, which is what this is. If you go to a private energy person, they're usually way more than that. Even my sessions, and I keep cutting mine back so people can afford it, are $100 an hour for a private session. And it's just different, right? Because in this one place, you're just sitting in the energy, which moves and molds and motivates. If you're doing a session with me, I'm giving you what I'm understanding, as well as helping you find your energy. But both do the same work at the end of the day, right? The energy, the power that you're made of is the power that will heal you. And that's what we're looking for, is the power that you're made of. Even in Mindrewire, that's what I've always been searching for. I was just never able to word it that way. So $50 an hour is what I've been paying, and you go for multiple hours. So the longest I've gone is 2 hours. My next session, my goal is 4 hours. But if I stop at 3, I stop at 3. When you're full, right? So I get up and go when I need to. Now, the one in California, they won't let you do that. You have to buy a package of sessions, and you have to be there for anywhere from 2 to 8 hours, but you have to specify your time and lock yourself into it, was my understanding. So you can't get up and leave. You can't, you could, but then you lose your time, is the idea. And it's basically, I think it broke down to $75 an hour, but you have to buy at least a 2-hour session, where here in Utah, they're letting us do 1-hour sessions. So there was a group of older folks came in on a bus yesterday. They were letting people bring stuff in. One guy brought in a case of water, absolutely cracked me up. And the lady goes, "We have water here in the refrigerator that's cold if you want water." And he goes, "No, I'm charging this case." So he literally brought the water in to charge it to the energy of the room. Absolutely hysterical. It's like, that's freaking brilliant. That is and I charge my water all the time by my own hand, or I actually have Raymond Grace's video of water charging I use on my water sometimes. So absolutely brilliant that this older gentleman thought of this, and she was totally fine with him bringing it in the room. My friend the other day snuck 4 gallons of water in a huge, it had to have been ginormous beach bag. And the lady wanted to see what was in her bag, and my friend was just like, "It's none of your business what was in your bag. I paid for my sessions." So totally different attitude. And either way, the energy will do its job. You just have to go sit in it, right? You have to go be in it. And I think you can harness this energy, but you can trap it inside your body so that it becomes a part of you, right? Any energy does that. The energy of my past has been who I am for over 50 years. How old am I? So this new energy that I'm sitting in, that's more constructive than destructive, is what I'm trying to make a part of me. I want it to be a part of who I am for the rest of my life. Wow, I am so excited about this, I can't tell you. And the fact that I have the opportunity to go in and do group sessions of heart coherence with people is mind-boggling to me in this energy. It's going to be so powerful. So if you want more information on that, if you're in Utah, or if you want to come to Utah just to do one of these sessions with us, I highly encourage it. And I'll have more information out about when we're going to get started here shortly. Once I get to talk to the owner and kind of feel this out a little bit. Whew. It's just exciting. The whole thing is exciting. But to know that you don't have to wait for med beds, I think, is even more exciting. So I want to bless you on your journey as always. And as we walk through this next period of time, we are in the storm, and the storm is getting pretty rough, but stay aware, stay out of your past, stay out of your future. If you can even defocus from your present moment and just stay with your inner self, you'll do way better. All right, we'll see you again soon. Oh, I always forget. I should say, if you want to contact me, you can reach me the easiest from Mindrewire at protonmail.com, or give me a call. I'm not going to give my phone number out on here, but it's easy to find. So, Christy Mattoon, and I bless you again. Thanks.